Hello and welcome everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to upgrade the firmware on a CM actuator or on a control unit. All you need is a 5mm Allen key and a micro SD card with a firmware provided from our side. First of all, we will check which firmware is currently installed on the actuator. If you go to the status menu S6, you can see the current firmware and the firmware version of the display. This is critical for us. It is either V1 or V2. This is now depending on the firmware you get from us. For this actuator, it's V2. And the current firmware version is 16.13 of the display, and the logic is 243. Now we want to upgrade to the newest firmware. First of all, cut the power. Open up the display, and the power is gone. Take the SD card. Insert the SD card in the SD card slot. Mount the cover again. Power up the actuator, and now you will see that the SD card is flashing the actuator. If the firmware update was successfully done, you can see again in the status menu S6. Current display firmware is now 16.15 and the current logic firmware is 245. So the firmware update was successful. Don't forget to dismount the SD card again. If you don't do it, then every time you power up the actuator is doing a firmware update.